welcome. We're glad you're here. Those of you on YouTube and Facebook, we're doing a live show today on something to. This is something very special. If you guys remember this morning in the morning show, I had talked about Roxy. And Roxy is our new dog. I think Roxy picked us. I think she knew we needed her more than we knew we needed her. So she's a good girl, and you'll see pictures here on the camera. So those of you watching on YouTube or Facebook, you'll be able to see this. But with me in studio, I have Julie Martin. And Julie, you are with the Logan County Humane Society.
That's right, Marty, and I want to thank you so much for having me on your show today.
Great to have you here. I'm so glad to have you. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes, there's a lot going on. A lot going on.
So first, let's talk about Roxy. Let me show some pictures here of Roxy again for those of you watching on YouTube or Facebook. Let's talk a little bit about her history, because when we found her, you said she'd been through quite a bit.
Roxy had been through an incredible journey with us at the Humane Society, and she came to us almost exactly a year before you met her. And she came to us, she was filthy, she was sick, she was aggressive, she was terrified. And it took about 3 weeks before we could even put her food in her kennel without putting a barrier in place so that she couldn't snap at us and try and bite us.
Wow.
Yeah, she was in a desperate and terrible shape. But we could tell right from the start that somewhere underneath all of that fear was a beautiful, wonderful, amazing dog that we just needed to peel away all of the trauma that had happened to her and let that dog come out.
I'm going to move that camera so people can see her and bring this down a little bit. This is Roxy, and she's done so good. I think she remembers you.
Yes, I think she does too, and I think she wanted to be very sure I wasn't taking her back before she would come sit with me.
So let's talk about the Humane Society of Logan County and what you do. I mean, there's a lot that goes on that people don't understand or realize.
Yeah. Well, the Humane Society has been around in Logan County for 37 years now. And for 35 of those years, the Humane Society worked with the Logan County Fiscal Court and acted in the role of animal control for Logan County. Mm-hmm. About 2 years ago, that changed, and Logan County took the animal control officer role back into the sheriff's department, and then that meant that they were no longer funding the Humane Society either, because that's what the funds coming from fiscal court were for, was for acting in the role of animal control.
Okay.
So since that time, we've moved out of the county's building into a different building, and we've changed our focus because the county is still providing services for dogs, provides an animal shelter for dogs, provides animal control services for dogs, provides stray pickup for dogs, all of that. But in Kentucky, what a lot of people don't realize is that under Kentucky statute, there is no provision for cats whatsoever.
Really?
So animal control officer does not have to respond to calls about cats. There is no requirement for the counties to provide shelter services or any services for cats. So, yeah, and that's why people wonder why the cat population in this area is exploding so massively.
Yeah.
That's why. So the Humane Society has since turned our main focus onto the underserved and basically unserved cat population that has been exploding in Logan County exponentially over the past several years.
Wow. See, I did not know that. And you're right. We have a lot of cats out here in the area. I mean, a lot of cats. And so you guys that live in Russellville area, you know what I'm talking about when you see them in the neighborhood. We have one cat, but at night he likes to go out because he thinks he owns the neighborhood. Of course, he thinks he owns us. But it was a few weeks ago, we were in a dead sleep, my wife and I, and we heard this scream.
Oh, no.
And it was two cats.
Yep.
One of them was ours. And they were just, I don't know if they were trying to claim their territory or what.
Cat fights.
But they get very, very loud. Mm-hmm. And so we finally got Rocky in the house, and that's his name, and Roxy's the dog. So we got him in. He was a little rattled. The other cat, obviously bigger than Rocky.
Yeah.
When he saw me coming, he took off. But we have a lot of these cats in this area, in this neighborhood, but
In every neighborhood.
if it's that populated,
Yes.
that is crazy.
Well, at the Humane Society right now in our building, we made the decision to just let the county go ahead and oh, I'm sorry, baby, I'll keep petting. The county go ahead and continue to work with the dogs, and we would focus solely on cats. That way, we could better use our limited budget by only having to focus our vaccines and all of that veterinary care and everything just on one species rather than having to do double duty. But since that time, our shelter can comfortably hold between 40 and 45 cats and kittens.
Oh, wow.
At the height of things during kitten season, which is in the spring when there are babies everywhere, and at that point this year we were up close to around 70. And it was nuts.
That's pretty crowded.
But on top of that, we have and still have about 150 cats on our list waiting to come into the shelter as soon as we have space. And those are just the people who bothered to put their name on the list when they found out there was 150 people ahead of them. So there's probably about another, I don't remember the exact number, but somewhere in the range of 1,000 that are not on the list. So we put the data that we've been collecting over the last several months. We put the data all into an AI program to extrapolate, and extrapolated it out to the size of the county and the population of the county. And the low number that it came back with, Marty, is an estimated 36,000 stray and feral cats in Logan County.
You've got to be kidding me.
I am not kidding you.
36,000?
More cats than people.
Wow.
I mean, we have people who call us that have 20, 30, 40. One person even has an estimate of 50 cats on their property that are just a feral or a stray colony. And some of them are wild, some of them are feral, which means no matter what, like they don't want a home, they don't want to be petted, they don't want to have anything to do with you if you're not giving them food. And some are cats that probably had a home at one point, whether they were indoor cats or outdoor cats that ended up getting lost or getting dumped or left behind after a move, and have just had to make their own way. So we have a mixture of stray and feral community cats is kind of the term that a lot of people are using now. But yeah, it's not just, if you've got cats on your property in Logan County, I promise it's not just you.
But 36,000.
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
That is a huge number for this area.
And Logan County is a big county. And when we think about all of the cats we see within the city limits of Russellville, and then there are 3 other towns that all have cats everywhere, but then the huge amounts of rural space where these cats can proliferate and continue to have kittens and more and more and more kittens. Because I don't know if you've heard of cat math.
I have not.
Cat math. Cat math is something that a lot of people. It explains very quickly how we've gotten so many cats. And that cat math is basically a cat, really still a kitten, can start having babies as young as 4 to 6 months.
Oh.
And they can have as many as 3 litters a year. And so if we just make the assumptions that this one unspayed female cat has just 2 surviving kittens from just 2 litters a year, starting at 6 months and until 5 years of age, which is the average lifespan for an outdoor cat.
Okay.
Then that one kitten, that one former kitten, can end up producing as many as 57,000 cats.
You got to be kidding me.
Nope. And the number of cats will double every 2 to 3 years in a colony.
That's mind-blowing.
It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing.
It is. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. I can't quite do that.
It's taken me months of research on this problem. Once we started to realize how insane the cat problem was in this county, and I started doing research. My mind has been exploding every few days with the information that I've been coming out with.
Now, let me ask you this. Is this just a problem here in this area, or is this nationwide?
It is. There are cats everywhere, and there are pockets where the big reasons why it's such an issue here is there are two main reasons. We have no low-cost spay-neuter in Logan County.
Okay.
There's no low-cost spay-neuter clinic, and we don't anymore have a what's called a TNR program, which is called Trap, Neuter, Return.
Okay.
And it's through TNR that areas that have good low-cost spay-neuter and have good TNR programs can keep their cat populations under control. In Logan County, we have neither one of those. And from my research in our own Humane Society records, it seems like the last time we had a good TNR program in the county that was a little bit more widespread and could do the work of keeping these colonies under control ended about either 2021 or 2022. So over the last 3 years, that those populations have just been growing exponentially, and now we have what we've got here today.
So for those of you that are watching the video, or if you're going to be watching it later on in the replay, listen really close, because this is important. In Logan County, Kentucky, it's you got Russellville, you got Adairville, you got Elkton, you got Lewisburg.
No, Lewisburg is Todd County.
They're Todd County, okay.
Yeah.
And Elkton is Todd County too, isn't it?
Elkton is Todd County. Lewisburg
Lewisburg.
is I always get them mixed up. I'm sorry, Lewisburg. So yeah, there's Russellville, Lewisburg, Auburn, and Adairville.
Okay.
Are the four main towns. And then there's smaller villages, Chandler's, Olmsted, a few other places that are, communities. But those are the towns or cities in the county.
So still learning the area here, but it's important to hear what's happening here, because this costs money to run. I mean, you guys can't just be doing this for free.
No.
And to work on this, to work on the cat population, make sure the dogs are safe, there's a lot of work involved here that people don't see. Give us just a day-by-day job of what you do. I mean, you're busy.
We're busy all the time. And we only have 2 paid employees, Grace and Elizabeth, who are both incredible. I mean, we are so lucky to have these 2 amazing women who work in our shelter every day, and what they go through and the emotional toll it takes on them is crazy. But the emotional rewards of stories just like Roxy's here are what keep us going. So every day it's all about, you come in, you walk around, make sure everybody is looking all right, nobody's gotten sick overnight, nothing has happened overnight that we need to address first thing. And then they start the cleaning, and then it's cleaning cages and cleaning litter boxes and cleaning kennels and cleaning eyes and cleaning because a lot of times they get goop in their eyes from being in the shelter for so long. Feeding and watering, and then after all of the cat kennels are done, then it's doing laundry and doing dishes and doing sweeping, and so basically they spend their entire day cleaning
all day long
and answering messages. Whether they come through Facebook or email or on the phone, and talking to people who come in. Wow. And sometimes these are great days in one way, because sometimes we'll have so many people come in to the shelter to look for adoptables or to make a donation or something like that, they're working on cleaning up the cat kennels all day long.
Oh my goodness. Wow. But again, that's one of those great things where you see people coming in and looking at the cats. Do you find that when people adopt a cat, is it hard for them to do? Can they? What do you do when someone wants to adopt a cat? Is there a process that you have to go through?
Well, there's a small process, but we have found there was a time when shelters in general swung towards very stringent processes that took a long time, and home visits and all that kind of stuff. But the pendulum has kind of swung backwards again in a lot of places, and we just don't have the manpower to do that in any case. But so basically what our process is is we try to make sure that the cat or kitten that you're interested in is one that will suit your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking for someone if you're looking for a cat that's going to hang out with you while you read, or maybe you're watching TV, or you like to craft and you want someone that's, kind of hanging out with you while you're doing that, we don't want to give you a super feisty kitten to take home with.
Yeah, be counterproductive.
Exactly. And that's why, people end up bringing them back, is because they just don't fit into their household.
Okay.
One of the things that's the first thing we do is we try and find out. You ready to get down, baby?
You can come over here.
There you go.
Come on up.
We try and make sure we understand what kind of a companion that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have you fill out an application. And that includes, if you are a renter, then we have to have either written permission from your landlord that you can have this animal, or a copy of your lease that shows that you're allowed to have cats. And if you've got a vet, we'll call your vet and just make sure that there are no, that actually is your vet and that there's no red flags there.
Yeah.
And then for people who have maybe kids or dogs or other cats in the home, we offer a foster to adopt. And that's been a big, big plus for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I don't know if you're aware of this, cats are not very fond of change. So,
I think I read that somewhere. It could be true.
So what we do is we let you take the cat or the kitten home and give you a week or two to introduce the animal, the cat, to your other animals, to make sure that it's going to be a good fit in your house. And then we finalize the adoption.
Okay.
And with that, we have very few returns on animals. Very few times does it not work out when we go through that process. But it can be a same-day process. So people can come in and we just make the couple phone calls and make sure that we get you a kind of companion that you're looking for, and you're good to go.
So that's a very successful program, how you've done that. I don't know that I've heard that very often, but that's a pretty cool idea how you set that up.
Well, I think that, we've done in the past where people can bring their animals in, and we had a meet and greet room, and that works better, I think, for dogs, because dogs are, very willing to meet, but trying to bring your cat into a strange environment with strange people and strange smells and strange cats, it does not often go well.
Yeah, so, I can only imagine.
So we've moved to this foster to adopt model, and we've been doing that for we've been doing a lot more of that for probably the last 6 to 8 months, and it's been going really, really well.
I can tell you guys that, the foster to adopt, we did that, and my wife Kate had set this up, and she's like, we need to go check out this dog. And so we did, and the process was great. You guys were fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
And we brought her home. And we knew that if we were going to bring her home, this was a commitment. Mm-hmm. This isn't just 6 months and, well, that was fun, but go. She's part of the family.
Yeah.
And that's how we approached it, is when we bring her home, she's going to be with us for the rest of her life. This is going to be her forever home. What we didn't realize, and I tell people this all the time, people go, well, the dog probably needed someone. But what we didn't realize is that we needed Roxy.
Yeah.
And so she's been a blessing for us. I'll walk her down the street. Somebody will stop me and say, Roxy. And you are? Like, oh, we saw her on Facebook. We've been following her.
Yeah, she's got a fan club, that's for sure.
She really does.
Yep.
I was at Ariel's and picking up dinner for my wife and I. Thought, hey, let's just have a date night. Bring it in. So brought it home. I went and picked up the food, and this lady goes, are you Marty? I'm like, yes, ma'am. And she goes, did you get Roxy? we did. We did get Roxy, yeah. So, Roxy's great. I saw your pictures on Facebook.
Yeah.
Been following her. She's fantastic.
Oh.
And so she's quite the dog.
She is a very special girl. And because she was with us for so long, so many people met her. Mm-hmm. And became invested in her story, and she is. We love her to death. We all love her to death, and we all miss her. But we are so proud of the progress that she's made, and we're so thrilled. since we knew that we had taken her as far as we could there at the shelter. And if she was ever going to really become the dog she was intended to be, she needed a home because she'd never had one before.
Well, what's interesting is it took a while for her to blossom.
Yeah.
And when she did, it was fast. So the first couple of weeks, she would go in the spare bedroom, and she would sleep on the pillow. And when you came in, she would shy away from you. Mm-hmm. And so we'd go up and put our hands out open, like this, and then she could smell and make sure it was safe. And then we'd pet her, and then she was fine. And so probably about 2 weeks, then she started to look around the house a bit more,
Aww.
And she was nervous. So she would go to the bathroom in the house, we'd clean it up, and we'd say, okay, be very patient, because we knew change is tough for animals. And so we watched that, and then we started watching her signs. Now she communicates when she's got to go outside. Mm-hmm. And it's the cutest thing, because she'll look at you, and she'll kind of lean. She has this excited look, and she'll lean. I'm like, oh, do you need to go outside? And she'll run to the door. And so that's what she does. And I take her outside, and she's all happy. Her tail's up in the air. Her ears are perked up. And now she runs to the door, but then she'll stop in the hallway and turn around and make sure I'm following.
Oh.
So
Roxy,
she's done so good. And just a sweet personality. And I have a confession to make. We let her sleep on the bed with us, and she's taken over my pillow. I have no pillow anymore.
Yep. She likes pillows. Well, in the shelter, someone had donated a one of the foam. What is it called? The space foam.
Oh, that memory foam.
Memory foam.
Yeah.
Donated a memory foam pillow for Roxy's bed.
Oh.
And so that's what she had for her bed in the shelter, was a memory foam pillow. So I apologize.
Oh my goodness. May have to go
she
get her
learned how
memory
to sleep
foam.
on a pillow.
Well, I love it because, in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and she's there, and I'll reach over and I'll scratch her ear or pet her, and, she's fine. And like, you're going to laugh, but last night she was sleeping, she was shaking. Mm-hmm. So she's a little cold. And so I grabbed my T-shirt and I put it on top of her like a blanket.
Yeah.
Oh, she was fine.
Yeah.
She loved it. And,
Aww.
okay, I'm a sucker. Okay, I just.
Oh, please.
But she's a good girl.
That's our dogs sleep on the bed. Well, not all of them, because we just don't have enough room on the bed. But on the bed, under the covers, on the pillows. Our little dog, we have a little 10-pound one now, who's a Jack Russell Chihuahua cross, and about 3 years old. And he'll just come. He loves to be on your lap. He's very much a lap dog. Uh-huh. And so but he requires a lap bed, right? He won't just sit on your lap. So he'll just sit there, and he'll sit there at the foot of the chair, and he'll stare at you. And if you don't arrange yourself appropriately, he'll just start banging on your knee or jumping up at your legs. You're like, oh, I have to get the lap bed, so I have to get the pillow and arrange it correctly. Yeah. The things we do for our dogs. They are family. We love them.
They are family. So those of you guys watching, I'm going to give you some pictures of Roxy real quick as you see that. And this is when she first came in. And we got her outside. Then her tail started to come up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then we knew that she's starting to get used to things. But you had warned us, Julie, when we got her. You said she loves to go for rides. And
yes.
You are not kidding. That is the highlight of her day.
Oh, going in the car?
Oh, yeah, because we'll walk outside, and she'll go to the bathroom and do her thing, and then she'll walk up to the car and just look at the car.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, oh, you want to go for a ride? I mean, she can express herself very well. She's very good at that.
Oh.
But she is a good girl.
Well, one of the things that we pride ourselves at the Humane Society is being a no-kill shelter. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, at a lot of places, the state that Roxy came in and how much work it took, a lot of places she would have been euthanized. Mm. So I just feel very blessed that she came to us. And because we were advised that she couldn't be fixed. Mm. And but we were determined not to. That's why we changed her name to Roxy, from Chicago. The name on everybody's lips is going to be Roxy. But
everybody talks about Roxy.
and it ended up being true.
Yeah.
But we pride ourselves on being a no-kill shelter, but that comes with costs in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because that means that, our medication costs are higher, our veterinary costs are higher, our time in shelter might be a little bit longer, which means those costs are higher. Mm-hmm. And so that's part of being a no-kill shelter, is that we do everything that we can to give an animal a chance at a life, because those are all little lives, little souls that have for however long or short of a time been entrusted to our care.
Yeah.
And we do everything that we can to help these little helpless creatures of God that have been entrusted to us. And we're always trying to learn, and we're always trying to find better ways to do things. And but yeah, being a no-kill shelter makes our costs go up even more, which is another reason why we're in the financial crisis that we're in right now.
Yeah. And what's important for you guys to know as you're watching, and those of you that's going to watch the replay on this, we're going to give you a website to go to. And again, just one of those where if you feel the need, you feel led to give and support, you can do that. I don't think we realize how important it is. We take things for granted so much. But think about this. You may go out and buy a latte every day. Take one of those lattes and give it up for the animals. Say, you know what, this week, this $5 or $6 a week, whatever, it adds up to about $25 a month. I'm going to go and make a difference. And you will. And I don't think people realize how that adds up so fast.
Exactly. We have, right now, our Humane Society in Logan County is in a major financial crisis. Kitten season hit us really hard this year. So at the very beginning of kitten season, we had a bunch of cats that came into the shelter that all turned out to be pregnant.
Oh, wow.
And so we had a shelter full, not of adoptable animals, but of nursing moms and neonatal kittens. So we had virtually no adoptable animals for almost 3 months while all of those babies were growing up, which meant that our revenues for the shelter plummeted for 3 months in a row. And that put us in, along with all of the additional costs for the nursing mamas and the neonate kittens are 0 to 4 weeks, and then 4 to 8 weeks. But so there's all kinds of extra veterinary costs. There's different foods and everything that are needed. There's extra care that's required. So we had a terrible couple of months that put us in a severe cash crisis. And then our treasurer looked at us one day in June and said, we only have enough for another month.
Oh, wow.
So our operational account was depleted to the point where we only had enough money to pay our bills until July 18th.
Okay.
And so that's 3 days from now. So we started a massive fundraising campaign at that moment, basically. And now people have been really, it's been amazing for us to see how important the Humane Society is to so many people. And we started 2 new programs. We started our membership program, so become a member of the Humane Society, which is exactly what you were just talking about. For just $10 a month or just $19 a month, then just that commitment is what we need in order to be able to pay our bills every month. So the price of a couple of lattes or maybe a pizza or a burger and fries, just that donated for the animals makes all the difference in the world.
That does. And, it's not that expensive, I thought.
Nope.
For some people, you see all the time, like the ASPCA, $30 a month. You're thinking, wow. But a $10 package or $19, think about that. Domino's Pizza. You're going to buy one for $21 with tax. Or Pizza Hut. Okay, this Friday night, what we're going to do, we're going to think about the animals for a bit, And we've got leftover pizza anyway, so this will work out perfect, But
now, I don't want the pizza places in town to get mad at us.
Don't get mad at us here, But I think you'll understand, too, the importance of taking care of these animals as well.
A lot of times people think that, oh, well, I can't give $100, I can't give $500, I can't give, enough to make a difference. But just that small amount every month means that we can stabilize our budget. Mm-hmm. And because it costs us about $10,000 a month on average to do what we do right now.
Okay.
And if we can get enough people to just pledge $10 or $19 a month, then we can stabilize that financial foundation, and then we can start really working on the issues in our area that are at the root of the problems that we're having with all the stray animals, which is spay-neuter, low-cost spay-neuter, and TNR. And microchipping. That's another thing that our big goal for the Humane Society is to have to see 80% of the dogs and cats in Logan County spayed, neutered, and microchipped by 2035.
Now, is that goal very attainable?
I think so. Yeah? I think so.
And you're well on your way to getting there.
Everything that we do is focused around achieving that goal. Okay. Because we got the plan. We just need the money.
Yeah.
So
I hear you there.
One of the things that we want to do is, spay neuter is so important for everywhere. I mean, Bob Barker's been telling us, he was telling us for years, right? Yeah. Spay neuter your pets. So if we can stabilize our financial foundation, then we can start working on a low-cost, raising funds for a low-cost spay-neuter van. Yeah, that can go around the county, and we can do spay-neuter surgeries for a low-cost price because we can get grant funding if we have a place to do it.
Okay.
So we need the clinic or the van to do it, and then we can get funding to make the surgeries low cost. And we already provide, every quarter we do free microchipping days where anybody can come with their dog or cat and we'll give you a free microchip. So that when an animal is picked up by a person who sees them wandering around or by animal control, we've got a free microchip reader right out in front of the Humane Society. You can go to any vet. You can go to the county's shelter and get that chip read. And it'll say who that belongs to, and then they don't end up in the shelter system.
I've heard stories about this where a dog was separated from the family. Mm-hmm. They went camping. Mm-hmm. Dog got scared and took off. And they looked all over, couldn't find him. Went home brokenhearted. Mm. They get a call from this vet 300 miles away. And they said, "We've got your dog." He was microchipped.
Wow.
And they were able to go back and travel and get the dog. But that's the advantage of this. Yeah. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, don't do that, man. You're going to hurt your dog," or look out, it's the end of the world. We hear this. This is important though for the animals to think this dog was 300 miles away. Had he not been microchipped, never would have seen his family again.
Would have ended up in a shelter, or just just wandering around, ultimately starving to death or getting in a fight or getting sick and dying, or ending up in a shelter system. Hopefully a no-kill shelter, but possibly a kill shelter, may have been euthanized. There are every shelter in this country practically is packed to the gills with animals right now. So we've got to start. We've got to start finding. We have to stop spending money to make our shelters bigger and start finding solutions to make the problem smaller.
That makes sense. It really does. And it's a common sense approach. It really is.
We got to get to the root of the problem. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's talk about you for a second. How did you get involved with Humane Society? I mean, this is a passion, obviously, for you. My wife and I were talking about you the other day that we could tell you're very passionate about what you do.
Well, it's something that I always said that I'm never going to get too involved in because it's just too hard on your heart. But a couple of years ago, there was some big upheavals in the Humane Society, and because there had been so much upheaval for a number of years, there was no leadership at the top of the Humane Society. And I've never run a Humane Society before. I've been involved with animal rescue groups. I've been involved with animal welfare groups. I've been involved in animal hoarding cases, taking care of the animals and getting them dispersed out and all of those things. So I've been involved in this world for a long time, in various capacities. But I saw a real need for leadership at the top of this pyramid that was lacking, and I just felt very called to this position at this point in my life. And I have to thank my husband because he now has to put up with a lot, and our own business has suffered because I have to spend so much time on Humane Society business that our own business has had to scale back. And I don't get paid for Humane Society stuff. I'm the president of the board of directors. Our entire board is of volunteers. Everything that we do is on our own time and our own dollar. But it's just something that I've had a lot of experiences in both the animal world and in the business world that have given me the pieces of the puzzle that have led me to this position and given me the information, the background, the strength that I've needed to be able to come and step into this position.
Well, definitely a calling and a passion. My wife and I both noticed that, just your passion for that. And I'm sure you've got a million stories you could tell us about changing animals and people too. Well,
I was just having a conversation about this with someone who was adopting the other day, and you were talking about how you knew that Roxy needed someone, but you had no idea how much you needed her. And we were talking about this the other day, that it's not just about how we care for the animals, but how they heal us.
So true.
The way that especially people who have lost an animal, who've been through the death of a beloved pet. I've talked to so many people, and I've experienced it myself personally. The only thing that really heals that pain is bringing another animal into your life to fill that hole, to heal that heartache. And the love that we see in people's eyes when they meet the right pet, it just, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it.
I think for me, and I told this to Kate when we were first talking about Roxy, I said, I don't know. I've had Bear since he was born.
Yeah.
And part of you feels guilty of, well, what if, I get this dog and I'm not forgetting my dog who passed. That was tough when he went. That was very hard.
Yeah.
Those are traumatic times, when you're in the vet's office and they're like, well, we're going to have to put him down. It's time. And, being with the dog, a lot of people say, I can't do this, and they'll walk out. But I couldn't do that to Bear.
Oh, I could never.
Just couldn't leave him like that. I mean, I've been with him since he was born, and to leave him like that just would have crushed me. And so standing there when he took his last breath. And then I told Kate, I said, part of me feels guilty for getting another dog. And she said, don't think that way. Because Bear, he dogs and cats, I know they think different, but they have a way of loving you unconditionally.
Yes.
And I think if we as human beings could learn how to master that, it would be a better world. Well,
I think that that's their purpose on this earth, is to teach us about unconditional love. I mean, there's no reason why we should have this incredible heart-to-heart connection with these dogs and cats.
Yeah.
But we do.
We do.
We do.
We truly do.
And I think that the last thing that any of my dogs who have passed on would want would be to think that I would never be able to have that again.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, there's always going to be animals that, that I still know my best dog ever, and I don't think anyone will ever replace my Sammy at the top of the heap. But that doesn't mean I can't love other dogs just as much, or other cats. I would love to have, my husband is desperately allergic to cats, so we can't have any cats. But, and it's actually one of the things that makes it, because I am so much a dog person. I mean, I like cats. I love cats. There's cats that I would probably have taken home with me. But working in a shelter it's emotionally devastating on so many levels, on so many days, especially during kitten season, when we've got so many tiny, tiny babies in the shelter, and we know they're not all going to survive. So we have to, harden our hearts a little bit and not get attached to these tiny little lives, because it's just a statistical fact that they're not all going to survive. And that's why I'm so grateful for the amazing 2 women that we have as our employees right now. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. And just to hear these stories. So let's go back to those that might be interested in supporting or being a monthly. Is it a monthly member?
Becoming a member of the Humane Society. So becoming a monthly sustaining member, you can go to our website. It's adoptlcpets.com. And there's a big button right on the front there that says Become a Member.
Okay.
There's also one that says Donate for anybody who would like to make just a single one-time donation.
Okay.
But for those of people who are able, that monthly sustaining, that amount that we know is going to come in every single month, then we know we can pay our bills. We can pay our rent, we can pay our vets, we can buy vaccines, we can buy medications, we can pay our light bill, we can pay our internet bill. We have all the same bills as every other business does. And then on top of that, we've got all of the animal care. And 67% of every dollar that we take in goes directly to the care of the animals.
Okay.
So we've worked really hard to keep our incidental costs, our administrative costs, all of that. We've worked really hard to try and get that down to as low as we possibly can. And so, that's the last time we worked it all out. It was 67% of every dollar goes directly towards animal care.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. 2/3 of that goes directly to it. And you will be making a difference, no doubt.
Yeah. So just $10 a month or $19 a month. If we can we need a total of, if we can get 500 people in total, that's it, just 500 people to pledge $10 a month or $19 a month. And we're almost a fifth of the way there. We're almost to 100. So
Okay.
I'm hoping that by the end of this month, we will have 100 people or more. 200 would be great, 250, 500. And we've got some other fundraisers coming up as well.
That website again, real quick.
Adopt LC Pets, so Logan County, LC, adoptlcpets.com. And on the very front at the top of the page, you'll see Become a Member. You'll see a Donate button. And then very soon, you will also see a button to find out more about our upcoming golf tournament.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be happening here in Russellville at
Wonderful.
Rolling Hills on August 23rd. So it's coming up quick. We've got the registration will be open at some point this week. I've just got to get our web designer is working on it right now.
Okay.
And so, we've got a golf tournament coming up, and we're really excited about that. We're looking for sponsors for that as well.
Okay.
So if you've got a business or you know of a business, we're looking for a title sponsor. We're looking for some main sponsors. We're looking for whole sponsors. So we've got a wide range of amounts to fit your budget. And we also have an annual charitable partner sponsorship for businesses and corporations and organizations where we will promote you in all kinds of ways for an annual donation. And it can be a one-time, or that can be broken out monthly as well.
Yeah.
But that's fine with us.
So then there's different tiers?
Yes, there's 4 different tiers.
Okay, Wonderful. And again, it's the website where they can go and see how they can sign up.
Yes,
and do
that button is also right there on the front. Become an annual sponsor.
Can't miss it for you golf fans. Those of you who love to play, this might be a day for you to go and have fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have, there's going to be prizes for first, second, and third, for longest drive for closest to the pin. We're going to have a hole-in-one contest. It's going to be a really, really fun day.
So I've done one of these golf tournaments before. This is about 30 years ago when I could actually run. It was so much fun. And we got the fastest. They hit the ball and went, and then
there's all kinds of different contests.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And we just had a blast. It was a great time.
This is our first one, so we're doing our best. We're doing our best to make it the best possible tournament that we can make, and it's going to be a scramble format. So it's a team play.
Oh my goodness!
And it's going to be a lot of fun. Shotgun start 8 a.m. on August the 23rd.
It'd be a lot of fun. Make plans for that. Give us that website once again.
AdoptLCPets.com. You can also find us on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We've got a newsletter you can sign up for to be sure you get all of the updates and know exactly what's going on with us. So lots of ways to find out about us, but we sure need your support. If we don't get enough people signing up as monthly donors, then the future of the Humane Society is in serious jeopardy. Right now we have enough to keep going until about the end of August, first week of September, maybe by now.
Okay.
But we need those sustaining monthly donors and annual charitable partners as businesses.
Well, think about this: 500 people. That's not a lot.
Not many.
And for what they're needing, if we all get together and work on this, we can make a difference for a long time. And so, not only for the animals, but for the families who get the dogs and cats later on down the road.
Yeah.
You're making a big impact here. I don't think you realize how important it is. It really is. So,
yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Marty, for having me. I can't tell you how much it means.
It's been great, and I'm glad you got to see Miss Roxy here.
So am I. We've missed her so much.
She got to remember you. At first, she was like, because she's real protective, which I found, and it's a great trait in her. But when she realized it was you, then she jumped on your lap, and she was able to snuggle with you for a bit. She's a good girl.
She is the best.
She is a good girl. Her name is Roxy. And we got her through the Humane Society here in Logan County. And like I said before, and you had mentioned, I don't think we realized how much we needed her here. And she has just been a blessing and a half. And we're so thankful for her. So she is precious. And we thank you for all you do. I know it's a lot of hard work, a lot of countless hours. So thank you.
But it is work that we are blessed to be doing. So we will do it as long as people will let us.
There you go. Once again, that website.
AdoptLCPets.com.
Guys, don't forget that. Go check it out. And you can, like she said, you can catch them on Facebook and all the social media. But be looking, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind putting that on our website, on our Heaven's Country website.
I would love that.
We would
Absolutely.
Put that on there and let people know. And also just let us know any events that are happening, and whatever we can do to help spread the word. We'd be glad to.
Thank you so much.
It'd be our honor. God bless you, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Marty.
Guys, once again, Julie Martin, Humane Society of Logan County. Check it out, adoptlcpets.com. You're going to want to go check that out. And seriously, prayerfully consider being a monthly member. $10 a month. Guys, come on. That's cheaper than McDonald's. No offense, McDonald's. Okay. But think about this and think about the difference you can make. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, making us a part of your day. The website, heavenscountry.com. Be sure to go over there and watch. I'll get that set up later on in the day. You can see the button there. Find out about the golf tournament. Find out how you can be a monthly member. And you can also get in touch with Julie if you have any questions. Is there an email, or can they get you directly through the website?
There is an email, adoptlcpets@gmail.com. And the phone number is 270-598-1229. And you can also message us through Facebook or Instagram.
There you go. Easy enough.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Or you can text us at that number, too. That's a cell phone number, so you can text us, too.
Sounds good. Bless you, my friend. Thanks for all you do. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Marty. Bless you guys both.
Julie Martin, once again, Humane Society from Logan County. And thank you for tuning in. Those of you watching the replay, we appreciate you. Go over there and check it out. You'll be glad you did. And be sure to join us here at heavenscountry.com. We'll keep you posted on what's going on. Thanks for